here.
Yeah. All right. Raj, right now I am going to tell you about some of your transmission's features and the functions and how to operate them. So obviously you have your paddle shifter here, shift up, shift down, and your gear lever here. This is just a normal automatic gear lever. Park, reverse, neutral, overdrive, drive, second, and first. All function as they should on any automatic transmission. Now, under here, you have 3 micro switches. And you can see when they're turned on, they're blue, so it might help you see them. What you have is you've got P, which is your performance mode. You've got T, which is your torque converter lockup mode, and M over here, which is your manual mode. So we are gonna start with the performance mode. This is it just tightens up your shift aggressiveness, holds the gears a little bit longer. It just makes the transmission a little more aggressive in everyday driving. It'll function in just normally with this, just like, you know, so you'd put it into drive, hit your performance mode, and it's just gonna tighten up all your shifting and the aggressiveness of the transmission. Torque converter lockup is just that. It locks the torque converter up and holds the gear. Manual mode is your switch to turn this into manual so you can function with the paddle shifters. In order to so these the P and the T button can be pressed at any time. The manual mode will only function if the transmission is in overdrive. So you go down to overdrive and then you hit your manual mode button, and all of the inputs now need to be done through the paddle shifters. It will not upshift on its own. It'll hold the gear all the way to redline. So if you need to upshift, you're going to use your paddle shifters. Same with downshifting. The difference is if you come to a stop, it will shift into first gear automatically. So that's kind of cool. If you're rolling around in town, you're on third, you get it on it, go roll up to a stop sign or something, it will downshift into first gear for you, and then you can continue using the manual. And in order to get out of manual mode, you just press the button here, and I think you just roll to a stop and it'll automatically shift out of manual mode while in overdrive. So another really cool detail, because this is a CAN bus enabled transmission control unit. You've got your display right here. You can see, you know, it's just telling you 3, like if I start the truck, so it'll read TCI, and then it's telling you it's in park or neutral. It reads the same park or neutral if you're in park or neutral. It'll scroll between the two. So we're in park here, park neutral, obviously here's reverse. And it's gonna tell you, even if your shifter is down in overdrive, it's not gonna tell you overdrive on this. It's gonna tell you what gear you're in. So, you know, we're stopped, so we're gonna start off in first gear here. Now we're in drive, same difference, second, third, first, second, third, sorry. It actually jumps between first and third there for some reason, I'm not sure why. And so here we are, first gear, park neutral, and there's a small button on the back of this display unit. And by pressing the button, it tells you what it's currently reading, which is gear. So you press it, current gear, hit it again. Now it'll tell you your throttle position. Hit it again, it'll tell you the vehicle speed. Hit it again, it'll tell you manifold pressure. Hit it again, it'll tell you the coolant temperature. So I actually don't think the manifold, no, I know for a fact, manifold pressure and coolant temp aren't hooked in. They're not reading between the ECU and the TCU. After that, you've got transmission temperature. That absolutely reads. Torque converter lockup percentage. That reads correctly. Your line pressure for the transmission. Your engine RPMs. That reads correctly. You multiply it by 10. So, you know, it's idling at 6,500. And then you've got your drive shaft RPMs. The turbine speed inside of the transmission, the lever position, so that will, oh, here, hold on, let's go to lever position. I haven't played with that yet, that's cool. Lever position, this is great for driving around if this reads correctly. So yeah, park neutral, drive, yeah, there you go. That's cool. So that actually tells you what drive gear you're in. Here we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, which is overdrive, park neutral, reverse, park neutral. That's a great one if you're not going to be using your manual mode. I think that's the one you kind of want to be in more so than the gear it was telling me before. And then last button is display off, and it just goes blank. And we'll hit it again to read current gear. So yeah, okay, I get it. So this reads the current gear. The other one reads the lever position. The lever position is going to be different from the current gear from time to time. I think that pretty much covers the function of the transmission. Just so trick. I mean, it gives you so much information. It's so cool. It's all in the paperwork. It's buried in the paperwork. Hopefully this video works for you. If not, call me and hopefully I'll remember everything about it. But you can find it in the paperwork. So there you go.
On video, the screen looks super scattered, but
Because it's LED.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it looks normal when you look at it without.
Okay. Yeah.